Hey guys, I am going to be working on my small asparagus bed today. It's within the area where the blocks are. It's really small. I have about 10 plants here. These are the Mary Washington type. I bought the crowns, just a bag of them at Walmart. I think it had 5 crowns in it. Bought 2 bags. These are about 4 years old now. Now you can't see them because it's so weedy. But that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to be weeding this out. So many weeds grow in this area. It is a constant battle. And actually, I am seeing an asparagus that's already popped up. Let's take a look. Here we have our first asparagus. There we go. We've got another one growing right here. So yeah, it is time to get this cleaned up, guys. I am trying to be really careful now that I see that there are some shoots that are already coming up. Now right here, these are the old asparagus stalks from last year. So that's how I'm able to tell where my plants were. So I'm trying to go through here and see if I see any more shoots coming up to make sure that I don't tear them down. So slowly coming along, I'm just being careful. But over here, let me see if I can zoom in on it. This little red, that's an asparagus seed. There's probably a bunch more through here. If any of y'all are like me, getting a little older, it's hard to bend over. Sometimes it can make you a little sick to your stomach. This little seat on wheels, and I think it's like a kid's thing, possibly. It says step 2 on the side, but it's faded from the sun. But this has been a lifesaver for me in the garden. It is really hard for me to get up and down off of it just because of the way my legs are. But if I didn't have this, I would not be able to do probably over half the gardening that I do. It's difficult to sit down on something when your joints don't bend, but you do the best you can. Okay, these are the old shoots. Here's an old shoot. Here's some. And I'm trying to make sure that I weed around those. That way I'll know exactly where the plant is. So far on this one, I haven't found any asparagus popping up. Over on this one, I do see some. I've got some plants behind me that I still have to do. But during the summer, there's also some nasty sticker bushes that end up seeding and growing in my asparagus bed as well. So I'm trying to be careful that just in case one of those is trying to pop up, that I don't grab a hold of one of those as well. And of course, I have a kitty cat that wants to come up here and help. Earlier, Frank was up here right in the way. I know you need the love and attention, don't you? Don't you, buddy? So now you can see where the new shoots are coming up. There's one right here. These are the old shoots. Now that I have it weeded really well and I know exactly where these shoots are coming up, and if I have any that are coming up that's close to the ground, I can go ahead and get rid of these. Just throw them in my compost pile. Just twist them a little bit if they don't come up. And it's not that big of a deal anyway, but I do like to give the new plants plenty of room to come up. Now, this one didn't have any new ones popping up, but I'm going to leave these shoots here because I didn't find any new ones yet. That way I'll know exactly where this plant is. As you can see, I've just got the 2 shoots coming up. The other plants that are sitting on this side don't have any shoots coming up. So these 2 will pop up and then I won't have any more. And that's why I want to plant more. This is a small bed. And when I do replant, it'll be in a raised bed because it's going to be much easier to weed for me as I get older. But yeah, that's usually what happens up here in this little small asparagus bed. Little ones will pop up. I'll have 2 or 3 that can eat. Now you can cut them and take them in, and I have put them in a jar or a glass with a little bit of water, stuck them in the refrigerator until some more pop up. They do grow fast if you're just willing to wait, you know, a week or so, and the other ones will keep. That's the way I've usually done it, just to have a nice meal. If my 2 daughters come with their family and we wanted just to have a meal of asparagus, sometimes I can be a pain because there just isn't enough in this small bed. But hopefully in the future I will have a bigger bed of asparagus because we love asparagus. What you doing, Odin? Oh, you're going to sit in my lap now, buddy? No? Can't tell. Don't know what you want to do. So I wanted to show you why I was being so careful when I started weeding around these asparagus plants, the old shoots. If you can see, there's a little tiny one. See how tiny that is compared to my finger? There's another one. Here's another one. And there is a couple more just tiny ones in there. I didn't want to break those off, so that is why I had to come in here and be really careful as I weeded around through here. I've got to get this out. But yeah, there's more coming up through there. All right, it's cleaned out. I hope that looks a whole lot better. It does to me. This one up here, it's got some clover in it, really deep, so I'm going to have to get something smaller to come up here and dig that up. But I got that done today, and now they can start growing. And hopefully, you know, within a couple weeks, I might be able to come up here and cut a few shoots of fresh asparagus to eat.